Hello, welcome to FlowerJoos. My name is John McDonald, and today we're going to make a fun little Easter pair of arrangements. And really my inspiration for that is the containers. I've got this wonderful pot that I bought, and I use this really as a plant pot, but it's actually the perfect size for making flower arrangements as well because it holds a good amount of water. I've also got this cute little dish that I found in a secondhand store, and I just love it because it's fun. And I think actually at this time of year when we're getting a bit more colour and a little bit more kind of new flowers, that new growth, actually introducing a little bit of fun is quite good. So I think this makes a good combination for making a colourful, fun design. So let's get started. So what I'm going to use for a mechanic is in the little container I've got a little pin holder. So this is the perfect thing for using in a small container like this. It also adds a little bit of weight. Which is a good idea. For this one, I'm going to use some wire. So what I've done is I've cut it so that it's kind of the width of the actual pot. And what we're really wanting is we're wanting to have like 2 or 3, well, ideally 3 or more levels that flowers can actually pass through. So that is our mechanic. And obviously the first thing I need to do is add water. So as you can see, this takes a good amount of water. We'll add a little bit of water into our other one as well. Take away the wee bit of dust. And I want to work on these both at the same time. So that actually makes life a lot easier. Now, because this is yellow, I'm going to put yellow into here. And because this is going to be more pinks, I'm going to bring the pinks into there. First thing I want to do is I'm just going to add a little touch of dry hydrangea to the back now. And I also have some yucca leaves that are basically just folded over and stapled. So we're going to add some of them in as well. So this is really just to create a framework for our flowers. As you can see, they go in really easily into the wire frame that we've done. I think that's the thing with using like a grid like this and creating a structure like that, is you're actually making a more consistent structure to work with. Whereas I think just using chicken wire and being very random with it, you're not as consistent with the grid that's there. So therefore, you're not quite sure what you're going to get flower-wise. Now, flower-wise, I've got quite a range of nice things. I've got some beautiful anemones and some ranunculus. And also the main one I've got is these lovely little gerbera as well. And for the yellows, I've got some forsythia. And we've got some narcissus as well. And I've even got a few little tete-a-tetes, which I think are so cute. So let us have a little look at this little one first, I think. Now, I do have a little bit of rosemary. Now with the little one, I don't really want to hide the face of the little cat. So I'd rather just bring in the flowers so that they don't end up sitting over it. And you can see with the pin holder that actually it works very well for just holding a few flowers and making that quite fun. So we can start with our anemones. And again with this, I want to put our bigger materials in first. Aren't these just beautiful? So you'll find this kind of design is relatively straightforward to do. You don't have to use these exact flowers, just use what you've got. But what I'm wanting to do is really create like a massive colour set in a framework. With this one, I want to keep it quite clean, just really keep it looking sweet. Now we had really bad rain last night, so these little narcissus have got a touch of mud on them. But saying that, we've not had any rain for a long time, so actually it wasn't something I was complaining about. Now with narcissus, you can use them with other flowers. What you want to do is you want to let them sit in their own water for a little while first, so that any juice that they have in their stems has an opportunity to come out. So we're just taking that little touch of colour into here and building this up. I think we'll make a start on the gerbera. I've got more gerbera, so now we've got this framework, I can really work the gerbera into our design. And these are really germinis. So the germini obviously is a smaller version. Gerbera is the standard larger size. The other important thing to do is, if you're making an arrangement like this, is to make sure that you clean the stems. You don't want to have any kind of material going down into the water, so like leaves, any debris, because that will just affect the water and basically turn it. So for a longer lasting arrangement, we want to just keep that water nice and clean. You can see I'm just building this up. And I'm wanting to take the eye down and in as well. So I was just stepping back and having a little look. I've moved this one over, so we're getting a nice bit of line. And you really just can play around. So what I wanted to do with this was really play around with the contrast in colour, but also the like recession. So receding flowers into there. And this little touch of dried material is just kind of harken to the end of winter, which is quite cool. And I do have a little touch of dry grass, which I think is just going to add a little bit of texture. So as I say, just this kind of end of winter materials, just in there, but not too dominant. You can really just take your time with a design like this. Enjoy making it. Put some nice music on. Just enjoy connecting with your actual flowers. Now, another thing I would say is also, I've made this quite generally, and this could go pretty much anywhere. But if you're thinking of a particular place where you're wanting to put it, then that's also quite important. So our little one here, I'm just going to pop a little one going backwards. Now you might think, why? But it just shows the gerbera in a different way, and it also will give this little arrangement a little bit more depth. So two little arrangements, but they make the perfect pair. We've got this person with their little pussycat, and we've got an absolute joyous burst of colour. I really enjoy the pink with the yellow. I think it works really well. So creating a little bit of a framework to set your flowers off is a great way to approach making flowers for your own home. Or this would actually make a really nice gift for someone as well. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. We've got new videos on a regular basis. This month coming up, I'm actually going to be on tour in Scotland, going around some flower clubs, visiting clubs that I've been to before, and I'm going to be doing quite a lot of demonstrations and a couple of workshops. So if I don't have any new videos for a month, that's the reason why, but we will be back and we will have more videos in the future. But this is just to keep you going for the moment. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more inspiration, then have a look in the description box and we'll post a link to one of our other videos for you to get a little bit more floral fun. So until the next time, take care and we hope to see you soon.